Namaskar to all. You may have heard Asatoma Sadgamay, meaning lead me to truth from untruth. Today, I will tell you my insights about the same. This prayer is from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. It is a small part of a prayer, but it is so profound and magnanimous that it crisply and penetratingly defines the quest for Sat by human consciousness. Sat is the root of many Sanskrit words such as Sattva, that is to say, pure, truthful, and Satya, that is to say, truth. In Sanskrit, Sat has several meanings such as absolute truth, reality, Brahma, unchangeable, that which has no distortion, that which is beyond distinctions of time, space, and person, and that which pervades the universe in all its constancy. Thus, Asatoma Sadgamaya carries significant meanings, signifying the level of our interpretations, being literal, existential, or mystical. Some may mean it literally, lead me to truth from untruth, lead me to knowing from ignorance. Other may mean it existentially, lead me to existing from non-existing. And few more may mean it mystically, lead me to reality from delusion, lead me to reality from unreality. Whatever way you see it, the Sat, truth, the absolute truth, reality, the ultimate reality, not transitory one but everlasting, existence, the pure existence, beyond limitations of name and form, has always been the yearning and aspirations of human hearts and all the seekers of the world. This spirit, these aspirations, and this yearning guide the human heart, the human mind, the human civilizations in all the ages from time to time for their quest of the truth, for the self-knowing, for the reality, for that which only exists, for the mystery of the existence. Today, we will try to understand this prano ki pukar, the calling of souls, the calling of heart in brief. I am reminded of a Zen story. Three friends were on the evening walk and they noticed a monk standing on a nearby hill. Obviously, they started talking about what the monk was doing. One of them said he must be waiting for his friends, but the other denied, saying that he is not looking back. If somebody is waiting, then he keeps looking back. But that is not the case. So the other said, he must have lost his cow and must be looking for it. Then the third one said, that is again not right, because he is neither moving nor looking outside. He is just standing, silent, unmoving, and seems even with eyes closed. He must be praying. There was no way to decide, as arguments led nowhere. Only option with them was to go to the monk and ask him. So all three climbed the hill and reached to monk. Immediately, the first one said, are you waiting for your friends lagging behind? The monk opened his eyes and replied, no, sir. Nobody behind me to wait for. I neither have friends nor foes. He closed his eyes again. Then the other said, I must be correct. Are you looking your lost cow? The monk said, no, sir. I am not looking for anyone. I am not interested in anything except myself. Then the third one said, see, I am correct. Are you, sir, praying? The monk said, no, sir. I am not doing anything. I am just being here, just with my existence, just present in my being. This is the essence of Asatoma Sadgamay. Knowing the truth of oneself, being with the existence, remaining present with one's being, neither doing nor becoming, but simply being. How do we know the truth of ourselves? How to be present with our being? How to be led to move in our Sat? How do we see the reality? How do we see what is existing in us? How to decipher the mystery of our existence? That reminds me what George Gurdjieff used to say about human beings. George Gurdjieff was an enlightened master in Europe during the 20th century. He was a modern day rishi for the modern man, and he has articulated several tricks and techniques to reveal the being by the modern man. He used to tell, as he sees, the modern man is almost a machine and hardly a man. The modern man is such an automata that almost all his actions are coming from pre-ordered habits and instincts imparted by surrounding from birth to death. Man in his present state is far from self-knowledge. Therefore, instead of aiming self-knowledge, the modern man needs to aim first the self-study. It is the self-study which can give the way to self-knowledge. And the method of self-study is self-observation. It is self-observation which can reveal the connections and correlations among the various activities and functions of this automated machine called human being. It is through self-observation human would be able to understand how and why everything in him, quote unquote, happens. He has propounded do it differently, be it your food, sleep, exercise, or be it your thought processes, or be it your emotions and mood, or be it your daily routine. Try them with changes. See the results and find your observer. For example, you may try fasting, intermittent fasting, dieting, overeating, etc. with your food and see what changes come on the body and mind. You may try breathing differently. See with whole emphasis on exhalation, slow breathing, deep breathing, fast breathing. May try different pranayams or vipassana or anapanasati for a couple of minutes or maybe a quarter or half an hour and see what changes happens on your body and mind. Similarly, with your thoughts, you can try speaking out every thought loudly or keeping total silence, moan, or chase a thought so much so that your mind gets bored. Or you may try unwinding thoughts periodically. You can try it with your emotions and moods. By conscious choice, you could be angry or be loving and caring, or remain jovial or sad, being funny or serious for predetermined period and observe yourself. These aspects are explained in detail by me in a brief series titled as Meditation is Simple and Easy. There are several techniques of meditations in most of the religious spiritual practices followed in various fold. There are many techniques of meditations designed by Osho. A few of techniques of meditations are also discussed on this platform. You may try some of them and same could orient towards how to keep self-observing. If you could observe all your movements and changes in our physical body, breathing, thoughts and emotions, then an observer is born within us who is different from all the processes and activities. All such exercises, the very process will develop an observer within us for our self-study. By the process of observation, we can get rid of the automata which give our instantaneous reactions round the clock. By observation, we can turn them into our conscious and mindful responses. That observer will lead you towards what exists in us, getting in touch with our sat, our sattva, our essence, have a feel of our sat, truth, the being. That observer will give you a sense of awareness, which is the most essential and basic brick to build our Swayambodh self-knowledge. So first and foremost, we need to be aware of our physical movements, breathing, thought processes, and change in emotions and moods. Mahavir, used to keep fasting and mourn for days together, along with meditation in standing posture. Jalaluddin Rumi kept whirling and whirling to build awareness. Gorakhnath undertook so many experiments for awareness that his name, Gorakh, got associated with Gorakh Dhanda, that is to say, manipulations. Meher Baba kept staring at the wall along with keeping mourn for years together to build awareness. It is said of Osho that he used to read a book aloud, swim in the river, and walk backwards for hours together to build awareness. Every seeker has undergone one or other processes of self-study, self-observation, and self-awareness before attaining self-knowing. So our journey to Sat, truth, self-knowledge, Swayambodh starts from the little steps of self-observation, self-study, getting doer with presence, Samyak Karta, right observer, right seer, the Drashta, right listener, the Srota. This is the ultimate craving, the deep yearning and divine desire of humans, Asatoma, Sadgamay. That is to say, lead me to truth from untruth. It is the journey of an automata like man as machine to the existential experience, the feeling of aliveness of our embodied consciousness. Let things not stop at mere being prayer, mere doing prayer. Let it be prano ki pukar, that is to say, the cry of life, one's calling of life. Try your best, feeling our essence, our sat, in our embodied consciousness, even in our day-to-day life, while pursuing of our life pursuits. The undercurrent of self-study, continuous awareness for our essence as an observer to our sat should remain intact. Let that existential experience of awareness blossom so much that even the listener, the observer, gets dissolved. May the prayer of Asatoma Sadgamaya come true, and Sat, your essence, be submerged in that experience of Brahma, the universal being, existentially. Thank you so much for listening.